USACO 2015 January bronze third question. It's all about the base. Let's dive into it. Bessie the cow has been taking computing classes at her local college or college. This means cow plus college in her case. And she has been very excited to listen and learn about writing numbers in different bases. Recall that a number written in base B has digit places representing 1, B, B power 2, B power 3, and so on, from right to left. For example, in our familiar base 10 numbering system, we have digit representing ones, tens, 100s, 1000s, and so on. The sequence of digit 1, 2, 3, 4 interpreted in base 10 really means 1, 10,000, and 2, 100, and 3, 10, 4, 1. The same sequence of digit 1, 2, 3, 4 interpreted in base 5 would mean 1 is 1 means 125 plus 2 means 25 plus 3 means 5 and 4 1, which add up to number 194 in base 10. Bessie notes that if the base increases, so does the number represented by a sequence of digits. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4 in base 7 represents a larger number than 1, 2, 3, 4 in base 6. When writing numbers in base B, each digit can range from 0 through B minus 1. So for example, in base 10, each digit in the range 0 to 9, and in base 5, each digit is in range 0 to 4. It is entirely possible to consider bases larger than 10. Computer scientists often use the base 16 hexadecimal, where the letters A to F. In this case, A is 10, B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, E is 14, F is 15. Represent digit of value 10 to 15. For example, PEEF in hexadecimal corresponds to 11, 4096 plus 14, 256, and 14, 16 plus 5, which add up the number of 48,879 in base 10. Bessie is intrigued by the concept of using bases much larger than 10. She takes a number n and writes it down in two different bases, x and y, where both x and y are in the range 10 to the 50,000. Interestingly, in both cases, she gets a sequence of 3 digits, each of which happens to be only in the larger 1 to the 9. Unfortunately, due to Bessie's poor memory, she has now forgotten n, x, and y. Given just 2 3-digit sequences she'll write down, please help her figure the two bases, x and y, that she used. Note that due to the potential size of x and y, a program that searches exhaustively over every possible value of x and y, nearly 15,000 power 2 possibilities, will not run within the time limit, so it would not receive full credit. Okay, let's check input value. Input value is this one. the input file starts with integer k. So this is integer k. Then it contains k line that each specifying separate test cases. So this one is the upcoming data, number of upcoming data. So number of upcoming data is only one. And then the one line consists the two number with the separated by space. First is number n written base x, and the second is n written in base y. So in this time we need to find x and y. So this is the same input. So output it. So this means we need to find 419 bases. This is x basis equal 792. That is y basis. So we need to find x and y. Right? Does this make sense? Okay, so first let's read the file first. So we're gonna use import system, and system standard input is we are gonna open what base.in, and then to read mode R, and then for upload to web page to testing, we need to use standard out to write the file, and the file name is was basis out and write mode. In this time, I'm the comment to use console output, and first line is don't need, we do not use, so we need to throw it away. And then now we have second one, and I'm gonna put all data into nonce array. So for line in system standard input and nonce append and list and line split. Then we can get a string number. So this is line is this one. Split means we have two string, right? And then we put into the list. Finally, we can get nonce is like this. 79. This one. So it's time to make function. This nonce is this one. Must be this number. So okay, let's make a function base, and then we're gonna receive nonce. And then first we needed to make the sub function to base 10. And then we're gonna evaluate with this one as basis. So in this case, let's say to convert this one, let's say 4 is the maybe. To convert to 10 is, let's say this is, the 11. 10 convert to 11, then 4 multiply 11, and this is the third digit, right? So multiply 11 plus 1 is 11, and then 9. That just makes sense. So to do that, and we're gonna do s is this is a string, right? So we can use string as integer, string as the array. So this one string, and then we convert it in integer, and multiply base. And then second is the same way, integer as 1 multiply base, and then finally integer as 3. This one is enough? Yes, that's right. The according question, there are only 3-digit number. We need to care. Where is it? It's here. 2 3-digit number. So this one is enough to check. Okay, then now we need to output. And then we're gonna get first one, string 1 and string 2 from nums, and then we check the base 1. Base 1 is the, we gonna start with 10. The region is the range of base is this one, right? So we're gonna start with 10. And then base 2, also same way. This is 10, base 2, and now we're gonna increase in one by one. If y, this is up to 50,000, so max base is 50,000. So we're gonna increase up to base 1 is up equal to max bases, and base 2 also same max bases. And then let's calculate 1. 1 is 2 base 10, and current number is S1 and B1. And 2 is 2 base 10 S2 and B2. Then now we able to compare. If 1 is smaller than 2, it's time to increase base 1 to make it bigger. As if maybe 2 is bigger than 1, 2 is smaller than 1, and then we increase B2. Smaller increase, smaller thing first. Else means the A equal B. This is 1 equal to. This is time. This is the answer, right? So we're going to put the output of AND B1 and B2. But after find it, we need to break. Finally, we return out. What base? This must be 2, not 3. Okay, it looks good. Of the same as this one, right? So we needed to return like this, and then to do that, we get 2 value 1, 2 in base number, and then we're gonna print. This is integer to convert to string, to string concatenation and space and string 2. Then this is value what we want, right? So we're gonna do, okay, let's upload it to here. Nowadays, server is quite slow. Okay, let's waiting only 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It should be works. Thank you.